Napoli's time as Italian champions is nearly at an end, and whatever Antonio Conte might suggest to the contrary, second place would still represent a good season for the Partenopei. Napoli lost for the first time in the league at the Maradona last week, hence the need to bounce back tonight against a Cremonese side fighting for their lives. The Grigio-Rossi only out of the drop zone on goal difference. They'll be keeping an eye on Lecce's result at Verona. Napoli need to keep winning to send the title race to another weekend at the very least. This is the opening fixture in round 34 in the Italian top flight. Napoli-Cremonese on the way. Napoli must win to make sure that Inter can't win the league this weekend. Scudetto is still sewn onto the shirt of the Partenopei, but not for much longer. 12 points behind the Nerazzurri at the start of this weekend. Only 5 matches remaining. 5 matches as well for Cremonese to try and extend their stay in the Italian top flight to a second straight season. They're not helped by their upcoming 2 matches, including this evening. Napoli taking chances in possession early on, but just about beating the Cremonese press. The Grigio-Rossi are in Naples this evening, as you can see, and then they host Lazio 10 days from now. In the meantime, Lecce, who are on the same points as them, are away at the bottom too. Verona first this weekend, Pisa in round 35, so I feel Cremonese will need to get a result either here tonight or against Lazio, perhaps even both. Alisson Santos, McTominay, now Lobotka. It did appear that he would be working under a new head coach for the national team Slovakia, as Højlund releases McTominay, and he's away. McTominay, excellent goalkeeping from Aldero. McTominay picks up the pieces, Højlund is there, and it's narrowly over the top. Napoli nearly scored inside 90 seconds. And that layoff there from Højlund, shades of what he did for Noah Lang against Atalanta. Excellent goalkeeping from Emil Aldero to make himself big at the feet of McTominay, who tried to dink it beyond the goalkeeper. Baschirotto. Calmly done by Rahmani. Napoli's record with him in the side is vastly superior to when he's missing from the team. De Bruyne. Now McTominay again. Can he score this time? There's your answer. A fast start from Scott McTominay. A fast start from Napoli. Determined to banish those bad memories of the Lazio loss. He nearly scored inside 90 seconds. He has his goal with 2.5 minutes on the clock. And it's a terrific ball into his stride from Kevin De Bruyne. The first touch is what allows the ball to sit up so invitingly. And then he just fizzed it between the legs of Baschirotto and past Aldero. He's finishing the season strongly this term, just like he did last season. Buongiorno played. It's through it goes again for McTominay with Højlund in the middle. McTominay! Højlund's unhappy, and rightly so. McTominay apologising. It's that touch there. Just saw him leave the ball behind him, allowed Luperto to get back, but Conte happy with what he's seeing. Male with the free kick, straight to the goalkeeper's grasp. Milinkovic-Savic unhappy there that Luperto was preventing him from releasing the ball quickly. Been better served just driving it against Luperto. McTominay hurdles the challenge. McTominay wants another, not quite. Now his teammates look a little bit upset that he hasn't passed the ball. Easily away from Alle. And Cremonese kept backing off, and he tried to pick out the corner. Aldera will say he had it covered. Rahmani. Højlund gives chase. Now he'll take on Baskirotto. Højlund backing himself. Still Rasmus Højlund! He thought he'd scored. Excellent work from the centre forward. Just squaring up Baskirotto, stepping past him, and had it had a touch more bend, that was not only past Aldera but into the corner as well. Højlund away from Baskirotto. De Bruyne in support, still going here, Højlund. He wants to do it all himself. The deflection takes it in. And Napoli double their lead. A goal at the start of the half and a goal just before the break. Højlund will certainly try and claim it. The approach play was all his own work. The only question that needs to be settled was whether the shot was on target. Terracciano believed the player that wrong-footed his goalkeeper, but I don't remember a player bullying Baskirotto like that, who had to relinquish his hold. Rampant from Højlund, and then he just stepped his way past. Aldera was going the right way, he lost his footing, Højlund, as he struck it, then clattered off the backside of Terracciano and went rather comically into the net. If that's on target, it will be his goal. Terracciano certainly won't want it accredited to him. Alisson Santos. Gutierrez getting back on side. Alisson away from Terracciano. His cutback just behind De Bruyne. Okereke dispossessing Politano. No foul by Oliveira. McTominay now. Gutierrez. Alisson Santos. Still Alisson. Clever ball. McTominay kept it alive. Male's lost it to De Bruyne! How about those three scorers in the first half? First McTominay, then Højlund, and now Kevin De Bruyne. And maybe the Fab Four can become a thing for Napoli. Surely De Bruyne and McTominay can play in the same side together. Kevin De Bruyne's first goal since his return from injury. Incredible athleticism from McTominay to keep it alive. Male turned into trouble, and De Bruyne, having won the ball back, just had to find the space to find the net. Very popular scorer, the Belgian. But this from McTominay, superb. Looked to lost cause. Male was too casual. And Kevin De Bruyne, whose previous goal came Terracciano has been given it as an own goal, but McTominay got things started very early on. His opener inside 3 minutes. Højlund thought he doubled Napoli's lead. In the end, it's an own goal from Terracciano, but the Dane did most of the legwork. And then in added time, Kevin De Bruyne making it a very resounding scoreline after 45 minutes for Napoli. At the break, Napoli 3, Cremonese 0. Napoli with a 3-goal cushion, hoping for more in the second half. Cremonese with 3 changes to try and make an impact on proceedings after being completely outplayed by the champions in the first half. Yes, Napoli are still champions for another week at least. Reminder, this weekend we knew that Inter could be champions if they beat Torino, and Napoli failed to beat Cremonese, and Milan failed to beat Juventus. Well, I think we can safely say that Cremonese won't be winning this game, but you never know. Forward by Lobotka. Terracciano keeping his cool. Baschirotto, Grassi for the first time. Now Malé. Pezzella. Van der Putte. Not a bad cross in. Rahmani heads it clear. De Bruyne beaten to it by Grassi. Pezzella. That's Oliveira. Politano smashed it into the head of De Bruyne. Tricky game for Napoli next week. They're at the Senigallia to take on Como. After that, they host Bologna here. Their final game of the season is at home to Udinese. Van der Putte's cross. Could hear Milinkovic-Savic calling io. Literally I, but in this case mine. Pajero. Pajero. It's an effort on target from Cremonese, the first we've seen. Lobotka. Terracciano stuck out a leg and then got to the ball ahead of Alisson. Grassi. Bonazzoli. Counter here for Cremonese. Van der Putte wants it. Bonazzoli finding Van der Putte. Can he deliver Van der Putte's cross? Easy gather for Milinkovic-Savic, just too floaty the ball in, and here go Napoli with Alisson Santos. Højlund up with him, it's 2v2 here. Alisson Santos going himself and wrong-footing the keeper. Quite the display tonight from Napoli. It's a proud performance of champions, outgoing Scudetto holders they might be, but still boasting plenty of quality. And that was a slick counter-attack. Only a 3rd goal for Alisson Santos, and all of them have come in fuorigrotta. In the end, Van der Putte's cross was a very expensive one. Too close to Milinkovic-Savic. His distribution's always been very good, but this was an easy ball to find Alisson Santos. And just watch how much ground he covers. Picks the ball up midway through his own half. Højlund takes Baschirotto away. Alisson steps past Luperto and then wrong foot Saltero. Very neatly taken by the Brazilian. De Bruyne, what a ball that is. McTominay across. Højlund couldn't latch onto it. Still there for Alisson Santos. And it's narrowly over the top from him. But the weight on the pass from Kevin De Bruyne to release McTominay in the channel will have Napoli fans purring. That was a nice sidestep again from Alisson. Gilmour wanted it rolled square to him. Højlund. Still Højlund. Baschirotto was there. Gilmour. McTominay. Berkema. Here's De Bruyne between the lines. Rahmani now. Gutierrez. Kevin De Bruyne didn't generate the power, but Napoli continue to carve through Cremonese at will. It's far too easy for them. He's just stretching in the end. Now De Bruyne waited for someone to arrive through the middle. That man was Miguel Gutierrez, of all players. Alisson Santos. It's got away here. Alisson nearly ran for Giovanni. Wasn't aware that Aldero had spilt the ball. Certainly time for Napoli to score a fifth. Whether they can do so remains to be seen. Sam Berkema. Giovanni, lovely positive first touch. Still Giovanni, somehow kept the ball. Then he was sent flying by Pajero. McTominay with the nutmeg. Gutierrez takes over. Gilmour in space. Billy Gilmour! Great save, Aldero. At full stretch to push it behind. He's the only one who's offered any sort of resistance tonight. Gilmour knows he pured that. His reaction is that of a man who thought he was grabbing a goal there. Struck it so cleanly. In by Gutierrez meantime. Rahmani off the frame of the goal. Napoli going close twice in quick succession. Almost picked out the top corner. Gutierrez. Alisson Santos with a quick feed. Still Alisson. Giovanni, who got the last touch. I think the referee might have given a penalty. He has indeed. It goes from bad to worse for Cremonese. Giovanni's shot. Grassi with his arms out by his side in an unnatural position. Daniele Doveri spotted it. It's McTominay, saved by Aldero. Not the best penalty from a man who rarely puts a foot wrong. Barbieri. Napoli should keep a clean sheet, but Barbieri trying to change that. It's his ball in. Bonazzoli needed to head it either side of Milinkovic-Savic. It's arguably the best chance they've had tonight, Cremonese. It's loose from Giovanni. Pajero, Zerbin, and Barbieri. Milinkovic-Savic concedes a corner, wary of letting the ball breach him, go beyond him. A resounding victory for Napoli, beaten here by Lazio last weekend, but that was just a blip. 4 goals without reply tonight for the Partenopei. McTominay with the first of them. He could really have added a 5th for his team had he not been denied for the penalty spot. De Bruyne got on the score sheet as well. An own goal from Terracciano after some fine work from Højlund, and in between a lovely goal from Alisson Santos. Napoli up into second, and the title race goes on for another week. It ends in Fuorigrotta. Napoli 4, Cremonese 0.